This is Bahamas drill journalist. And we will take you on the story about the Foxhill Terror Part 2. Jamal Eggy Gibson. Gibson or Eggy was remanded to prison in January after he was charged with murder and a litany of other criminal offences, including attempted murder and threats of death. Prior to Eggy capture, the 25-year-old from Step Street was the subject of a heavy police search in connection with the 29th of September. 2014 murder killing of 36-year-old Ricardo Moss and the attempted murder of former PLP election campaign General Carlos Lam and Damian Gibbs. Moss was killed while sitting with Lam, Asherton Barton and Damian Gibbs at Grace Terrace off Bernard Road when Gibson reportedly opened fire on them. When Eggy released a hail of bullets, which almost turned out to be the second Foxhill massacre, Moss was reportedly shot in the head, Lam was shot to the stomach, Barton in her thigh and Gibbs in his leg. They were all taken to hospital in a private vehicle. Moss, however, did not survive his injuries and was pronounced dead on arrival. But if you think that was all of Gibson's violent behavior, then think again. In less than a month following that incident, on the 29th of October, 2014, police further suspected Gibson in the murder of John Alton Davis. 38-year-old Davis of Kelly Lane, Foxhill, was riding along a dirty street around 9 p.m. that night, minding his own business, when two men emerged from bushes on the eastern side of the street and shot him fatally. Eggy was also wanted for other offences, including 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon against 3 police officers and another 2 for assaulting 2 civilians a month before Moss' death. He also was wanted for possession of dangerous drugs with the intent to supply. Eggy was also charged with 5 counts of assault with a deadly weapon from 3 separate incidents, along with 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs with the intent to supply. According to reports, on the 24th of December, 2014 Gibson allegedly assaulted Corporals 2296 St. Cyr and 3736 Adderley with a firearm. Gibson also allegedly assaulted CPL 2054 Moultrie with a firearm on the 20th of September. On the 8th of August, 2014 Gibson was also accused of assaulting Isaac Gibson and Andrew Gibson with a firearm. Gibson was also allegedly found in possession of dangerous drugs with the intent to supply. For that deadly attack, Eggy was charged with 1 count of murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. He was not required to enter a plea and was remanded to Foxhill Prison. When he was arraigned in January, Gibson claimed he was gun-butted by police and bitten by a police dog at the time of his capture. In court, he claimed he suffered a bloodshot eye and a shaky tooth after allegedly being kicked and stomped by officers. He also claimed that police told him that they wanted to kill him. Eggy was scheduled to return to court on the 7th of July. Eggy sources tell us had created problems inside the walls of the prison's hall and boy, it didn't end well for him. Accused murderer was found dead in his cell at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. The inmate was discovered hanging from the bars of his cell, with a bedsheet wrapped around his neck. Authorities have remained tight-lipped on the incident, but sources close to the matter said police suspect suicide, although the official cause of death is not yet known. The deceased has been identified as Jamal Gibson, 25, also known as Eggy.